Hi y'all, here are 4 reasons why meal planning is essential if your goal is weight loss. Look, when it comes to losing weight, there are few tools as powerful as meal planning, and I'm going to tell you why. But before I get into that, if this is your bag, if you want information on this sort of stuff, how to create a healthier dietary pattern for yourself, for physique goals, for health goals, for anything like that, or if you just like talking about food, this might be the channel for you. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below telling me what interests you about this topic. So the first reason why meal planning is essential for weight loss or any kind of body composition goal is that it saves you time. It saves you time as far as, making sure that what you're eating is helping you towards your goal, right? You're not constantly having to figure out what your next meal will be. You're not cooking how many times a day, every day. You're not finding yourself in a restaurant or on the line for a takeout or in your apps trying to kind of figure out what might be the best meal, or falling behind on your goals because you haven't prepared, you haven't planned, and now you're just eating whatever you normally eat that might be taking you a little bit farther away from your goals as opposed to towards your goals. The second reason why meal prepping is worth it if your goal is weight loss is because it saves mental space. It reduces that decision fatigue. Like I just mentioned, sometimes if you don't have things planned, you're thinking about, okay, what's my next meal going to be, and by the time you've made any kind of headway in this decision making, you're burnt out. You may be making decisions that you wouldn't otherwise make if you had planned ahead, etc., etc. So you can just kind of save all of that effort and save all of that stress by planning ahead of time, even if it's just the night before, deciding, okay, what is my breakfast, lunch, and dinner going to be, or where am I going to get that, or that one time a week where you decide what groceries you're bringing in. Stuff like that, even at that base level, can really help you push the needle forward. And those first two things kind of work hand in hand, right? If you are picking one time in the week or even one time a day to make a decision for your whole week or for your whole day, you are reducing the time that you're spending doing the same kind of task over and over and over, right? So they kind of work together. The third reason why meal prepping is really going to be helpful for folks who are on a weight loss journey is that it saves money, right? It saves on food waste, okay? Now, as you know, time is money, money is time, right? So if you're saving on wasting food, right, because you've planned what you're eating, you know how much you need throughout the day or throughout the week, so you're just kind of adjusting what you're buying for that. You're not buying all this other stuff. You're not wasting time going up and down the aisles, either looking for something that fits your idea, your plan, or looking for snacks or what have you, or kind of your decision fatigue leads you into this other aisle or whatever. All of that stuff will save you from having extra food at the end of the week or end of the month that you then have to throw out. Because you have a plan, you know what you are going to eat. You're not kind of doing wishful thinking or wishful, we all have that wishful vegetable or wishful fruit that we go in and we have all intentions of like being healthy all of a sudden and picking this thing that we don't even normally eat, and we get a huge packet of whatever that item is, and then it just sits in your fridge because you did not have a plan to use it, and it's not something you typically eat, and right? It just ends up being wasted money, wasted food, wasted energy, and wasted time, right? So it's really essential to get that meal plan together. Before I get into the fourth reason why meal planning is really essential for us, I'm going to tell you about how I can help you do this, right? If any of the things that I mentioned before ring a bell and you're kind of spinning your wheels, you've been trying to lose weight, or you have been losing weight and now you're at a plateau and you're thinking about, okay, maybe it's what I'm eating or how I'm eating. Am I not planning correctly? What have you? I can help you out with that. I'm offering a really quick half hour meal planning session. This will get you set up for your following week, and it will give you the formula that you need to replicate it over and over and over again every week, or I'm saying week, but however long you meal prep for, right? Some of y'all warriors out here are meal prepping for a month. I love that for you. If you like it, I love it. And I can help you do that, right? If you are looking to move the needle and you feel like from all the things that I've mentioned here that meal planning might be the thing that's holding you back or might be that sticking point, you want some help, some pointers on how to do that, and you want to leave a quick half-hour session with an actual plan and a formula, let me know in the comments, and the information on how you can set up time with me will be below. But anyway, the fourth reason why meal planning is essential for folks who want to lose weight is that it helps you with sustainability, because you get to decide what you're eating. You get to decide what you're eating. You might not be picking up what I'm putting down here. What I'm saying is that if you go through a proper meal plan setup, right, the formula that I have that I will show you, if you go through those proper steps, you will be able to have a dieting plan that allows you to eat the foods that you like. You're not going to rely on diet foods, on, so-called diet foods. You're not going to rely on, well, someone said that I should be drinking okra water even though it's disgusting. You're not going to fall into the habit of looking for the next kind of superfood or whatever. You're going to be able to have a list of foods that you like, that you may already eat, or things that, you can branch out, like, hey, I normally just pick up spinach, but I'm going to try something that replaces that item, right? This week I'm going to try kale or arugula or what have you, right? If you get into that type of habit, you're able to select foods that you will actually eat. And it feeds into all the other things I mentioned before. It's going to save you time, right? Because you have that list of foods that you like, that you can grab. You have those kind of default meals that you can create. It saves you the mental effort, because you're not constantly thinking about this. Like, okay, what is it this week? What's on sale? All that sort of stuff. And it saves on food waste, because again, you're eating things that you normally eat. You're eating things that you like, and you're eating things that you want to try, but you're not buying a whole bunch of stuff that you're like, and junk food and all that sort of stuff that you're trying to kind of put the brakes on at this moment in your life, right? So those are the 4 reasons why I feel like a meal plan is really essential and is going to really improve your health and your longevity goals. Again, if you like this content, stick around. Let YouTube know that you want this information sent to you by subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment if you found any value from this. All right, until next time, see you.